Hello, everyone. This is Oscar from Oscar's Realm, and welcome to 10 weirdest and sometimes creepiest foods ever. Now, I have tried foods that I originally didn't like, but now love, and that makes me like to try new foods. Like, I originally, when I was little, hated tomatoes, and then when I tried them again, now they're one of my favorite, or one of the only vegetables I really eat. But no amount of encouragement or telling me to try could make me try most of these foods, as you will see what I'm talking about when I get into them. Some of them are just flat out weird, some are disgusting, and some are horrifying, or all of the above. So let's get into it. The 10 weird slash creepy foods in the world. Okay, so yeah, starting off at number 10 is a bullfrog. Now, obviously, bullfrogs would be a super weird thing to eat. But yeah, people eat frog legs, and that kind of makes sense. But some people choose to eat an entire frog, which to me is just super weird because I don't even understand why anyone would want to do that, especially when it still looks like a frog. But it can also be very poisonous and cause kidney failure. It just feels like bad all around. So, yeah, I don't understand why anyone would want to eat this. I certainly would not want to eat this, but it's still not nearly as bad or creepy as some of the ones above it. So, yeah, it comes in at number 10 spot. At number 9, bushmeat. Bushmeat is largely served in Africa and it is the meat of monkeys, chimpanzees, gorilla, rat, and even bats, which is just, that is bad for so many reasons. Let's just start off. Why? I mean, you have to be very desperate to try to eat all of those foods. I bet that would taste awful. But easily the worst thing about it is that it is the start of Ebola. It is what caused Ebola to exist. And that is a very life-threatening and dangerous disease. I researched Ebola and did it for a school project, and it will mess your shit up. It will make your blood leak out of your pores, and there is no cure. It has a 10% fatality rate. But yeah, this is a very, very weird one and very dangerous. And moving on to the number 8 spot is Eskimos. Oh, is that rice? No, it's ant larvae. Why? Why would anyone want to eat ant larvae? No matter how good people say it is. Apparently, it tastes nutty, but I really don't care. Who would want to have spoonfuls of ant larvae in their mouth and then swallow it? They're sometimes used as filling for other foods, which is beyond disgusting. I'm just, yeah, this is one of the grosser ones on this list, I think, and it just, ugh. So, yeah, that's why it's on this list. It's prepared in foods that are good on their own, like it can be in ice creams, or it can be in omelets. I would think it would ruin everything it touches. So it's at number 8 on my list, and let's just scroll past it because at number 7 is a live baby octopus, which is just bad. It is bad. First off, who would want to eat a live baby octopus and why? It's literally a live baby octopus that's cut up into multiple pieces, and you just put little pieces of tentacle in your mouth. And apparently they wriggle around in your mouth. That is one of the creepiest things I've ever heard. But it gets worse because there is always a possibility that if you're a customer and you try to swallow a piece of the tentacle, that it will stick to your throat and you will die. So, not really any positives here. Y- Apparently, it's considered a delicacy, but why? Why is this a delicacy? You could eat, there's so many other things you could eat. You could eat calamari. That would be so much better than eating live, writhing, choking your face out baby octopuses. Number six is Bloot. This one is bad. This is the most disgusting on this whole list, and that is saying a lot. It is literally a hard-boiled duck fetus, sometimes still in the egg that you're supposed to put in your mouth, and it just slides down your throat, and it's a strange, tender, and sticky texture. I just can't imagine how disgusting that would be. I have a weird thing about texture where it kind of ruins some things if it's really bad, and this seems like it would have the worst texture out of anything. I love meat. I've been a meat eater my entire life. It is delicious. This is definitely the closest I've ever come to wanting to be vegetarian. I mean, just look at it. Look, you can't really see how awful it is, but imagine cracking open that egg and actually eating a duck fetus. Yeah, I can't really think about that for too long. Oh, we're getting even worse. Hackery. Hackery is literally fermented, which means rotten shark meat. Why would anyone? I don't understand why anyone would want to eat this. It can even be poisonous. It can literally be poisonous shark meat that is sometimes served on sticks that you actually put in your mouth and eat. That sounds awful. But another horrible thing is that it's literally fermented for months. It's rotted for months so you can eat it. And that often leaves it smelling like ammonia. Everything about this is disgusting. Everything. And sometimes it's served on little tiny sticks, but sometimes it's served even more. Yay, I get even more month-long ammonia smelling fermented shark meat. Yum. Yeah, moving on to number four, dog meat. Dog meat. Yeah, it's that happens. So apparently eating dog meat is said to be nutritious for you and good for you and has value for eating, which might be true, but you know, no, man. Apparently thousands of dogs are killed and eaten and served for people to eat. That is probably by far the most evil thing on this list. This is this is just bad. This is just bad all around. Even if they are good for you, good lord, that is just so evil. I've never even been a dog person, but that's one of the worst things I've ever heard. I mean, good lord. This one maybe not be as like appalling in terms of visuals or creepiness overall, but it's definitely up there for just how bad it is because everything about this screams bad. Moving on to number three, which is Pololo worms. This is another one that is simply disgusting. It's literally considered a delicacy to eat worms. Worms. They are often served as spreadings on pieces of bread. That is disgusting. Imagine literally seeing a worm and thinking, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, mush it up and spread it over my bread and just eat that piece of bread and that's going to be really good. I think that's a great idea. No, no, that's not happening. This is one of the weirder things I've ever heard. People wanting to spread worms on pieces of bread and eat it. I I know there's weird people out there, but who would want this? I have to move on from this, but we will have to get through this next one quick, as I have a very active fear of the next one on this list. Deep fried tarantulas. Yeah, we will have to get through this one quick. Sometimes in other places, other countries, people eat deep fried tarantulas as treats, like French fries, as they are served in boxes of more than one. 'Cause you can eat more than one at a time because there's just so many tarantulas. Oh, I can't really talk about this anymore. There's literally like the versions of French fries that people eat in other countries. That sounds so awful. If you look up deep fried tarantulas, you will see pictures of things that you will never get out of your mind and it will be burned into your brain forever. I'm not even looking at the screen right now. I'm staring at the wall because I cannot fathom to look at these things anymore. So I have to move on. Oh God. I gotta just assume where I'm gonna. Okay, I'm gonna look at the screen again because the number one spot is Fugu. Fugu is probably the stupidest concept for a food I've ever heard. It's not disgusting. It's not appalling to look at. It's not super creepy. But fugu means Japanese puffer fish. And you know, that's fine. If it didn't contain enough poison to kill tens of people at a time. Yeah, the poison is in the intestines, and if the fish is not served up just right, it could poison the customer to death and kill, like, just completely kill them, and there's no getting them back. But other than that, something even dumber and more ridiculous is that some chefs choose to leave a little bit of the poison in the fish delicacy. Apparently, it leaves a numbing sensation on the lips and tongue, which apparently some people like, but if you just leave a little bit too much of that poison on there, they are gonna die, and that is just a fact. So, yeah, this definitely takes the number one spot because even though some of the other ones are creepier and more horrifying, literally eating still left poison on fish that can kill tens of people at a time is ridiculous. So, yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified about my new videos. So I will see you in the next video. Peace. Ah.